I am California of the past.
I
I
am
am California
California
of the
of the
past.
past.
I
I
am
I
am
am
California
California
of
California
of
the
the
of the
past.
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 Hello, my name is Elmer Cameron. I was formerly the first Hispanic school district administrator and city councilman of Escondido. Today I would like to share a bit of history about myself with you. In 1936, my father enrolled my brother and me in school in San Pedro, California as Elmer and Hugh Cameron, even though my birth name was Salamar Carreras. Because of the prejudice against Spanish speaking people he had experienced, he had our family name legally changed to Cameron. From that point on, Spanish was no longer spoken in our home, and we did not live in a Mexican neighborhood. Most of the families were Italian, Yugoslav, and other nationalities. My brother and two younger sisters had some confusion about our heritage, but we never discussed it with each other or our parents. Periodically, we were visited by relatives from New Mexico and from Los Angeles who were aware of the name change but never discussed it with us. After my father died, and I was an adult with a wife and family of four children, my mother, who was born Francisca Chavez, told us the story and the reasons for the name change. But as kids, we had so many things going on that we really didn't think about it. Because of the active support and encouragement of teachers at junior high and high school, I became active in public speaking, cheerleading, student activities, sports, and photography. Other friends of ours were aware that we were Mexican because of the cultural differences. After high school, I became an apprentice for a commercial industrial photographer in Los Angeles. But soon after, I was drafted into the Korean War, where I became the youngest first sergeant for an infantry combat company. After a year in Korea, I was discharged and immediately went to college. At the University of California at Santa Barbara, I earned a degree in clinical psychology while owning an on campus photography business. I then received a fellowship for study at the University of Redlands. Before starting graduate school, I married my college sweetheart, Ruth Nicholson, who also grew up in San Pedro. Well, after graduating with a master's degree in speech pathology, I attended a doctoral program at USC while working with adult stutterers and emotionally disturbed children at private clinics in the Los Angeles area. Later, I became a teacher at the elementary, secondary, and college level in Los Angeles and Santa Barbara. Then, after a period of teaching in Santa Barbara, I received a federal fellowship for graduate study at San Francisco State, where I earned a school administration credential and then went back to Santa Barbara as an administrator. Well, in 1968, my wife and four young children came to Escondido, where she taught elementary school. And I retired in 1989 from the school district, where I had been deputy superintendent and acting superintendent. Interestingly, my younger brother, had been a school superintendent also. From the beginning, I had been very active in the community and served as chairman, president, or board member of several organizations, including the YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, Senior Services Council, Escondido Rotary Club, Civitans, ElderLink, Elizabeth Hospice, and so on. A part of my role in the school district was dealing with the public and controversial issues. I was the chief negotiator for the school board on union issues and collective bargaining. The last 8 years before retiring from education, I spent time in Sacramento educating and training school board members and superintendents on how to educate and influence state legislators regarding the importance of education. I was the Legislative Action Chairman for California School Administrators for 3 years until my retirement from education. I was also the education advisor of the then Assemblyman Bill Bradley. After I retired, I was approached to run for city council. I refused initially, but after a while I decided to run, and I was elected as a councilman and mayor pro tem. When I ran for city council, I told people not to make an issue of my heritage or pretend I represented the Mexican community. I did not want points for simply being Mexican. I wanted people to vote for me for what I could do for all of the citizens of Escondido. I am currently on the board of trustees for the library, as well as the president of the Friends of the Library, which runs the Escondido Library Friends Bookshop. The Friends store raises money to help with library projects and is quite successful. I believe that public schools and libraries are the stepping stones to a successful future for the children of Escondido. I encourage adults to remember what schools and libraries have done to support them when they were children. I encourage everyone to check out the library services that are offered. I have enjoyed living in Escondido for the past 42 years and participating in this vibrant community.